Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So here we have a 97 900 ZXi Kawasaki. Already started pulling the engine out of this thing. I bought it with a blown engine with the title and everything. This cylinder right here has a rod sticking out on the bottom side. I'm going to replace it with another engine I have standing right there and swap it into here. So that's what I've been doing here. So I got to do a lot of new wires, not new wires, but new fuel lines and stuff like that. So since a lot of them are brittle, like right here, this is the oil feed line. And guess what? The same problem occurred on the other side. And that's what was happening. And probably no lubrication. And all the oil lines feeding to the carbs were all brittle. They just fell off. So guys, pay attention and do that maintenance as often as possible, so that way you don't have that catastrophic failure on your motor. So that's what I'm doing. I started pulling out this engine out of here. I still got to unscrew this carburetor and unhook some of this wiring, the stator wiring. I gotta unhook it right here, and some oil lines I have to unhook. I have to unhook the cable and throttle and choke. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right here. So this one I got without a title, and it's in bad shape. The body is in a little bit worse shape. So I'm just going to sell the parts off of this one, put the motor into there, and have fun. Yeah, since that one came with a trailer and everything, this one was just a hull. So yeah, I'm having some fun doing this, and yeah, stay tuned. Let's see where we get this thing going. Alrighty guys, so now this is the second jet ski. This is the one I'm keeping. So I already put the engine in, mounted the engine to the frame, or to the hull. So the 4 bolts, 14mm socket. Made sure that the bushings holding the engine are not ripped and are solid and everything. So now I'll be buttoning it up. I made a new line for the oil tank. Basically that was the failure to the previous engine. So it has all new oil feed, has new gas lines, and same as that, and same as the carburetor. All new lines. Now we're going to continue buttoning it up and try to see if we can get it started today. Alright guys, so here, engine's all installed. The pump has been primed. I'll explain a little bit later. But let me show you. This thing starts up pretty easy. Alright guys. This thing is definitely a ripper. So I pulled off the spark plugs. I did a compression test. and all of them came out same compression. So since I replaced all the fuel and oil lines, as you can tell right here, let me turn on the light. As you can tell right there, that's the pump. There's 3 cables, 3 tubes, which lead to each carburetor, and that feeds the 2-stroke oil. So this is the big feed tube that comes from the 2-stroke reservoir, and these go to the individual 3 cylinders, carburetors. So this had air in there, wouldn't prime, wanted to kill battery and kill the starter, which is not a bright idea. So I didn't want to go that route. So what I did was I took off this pump, and there's a little T or a little slot that it slides into the the crankshaft. And basically what I did was I took it off, and then I made a little tube, a fuel tube. Basically I got some of this tube and I cut some off about that long, and there's my drill. That's exactly what I did. I put it inside my drill, and I primed it by putting it on that T, which is a slot, slide it on there, and just, which is counterclockwise. Remember, your drill has to be counterclockwise. It's just the opposite of clockwise. Anyways, you got the point. And basically you can see where it starts feeding all the oil to the carburetor, which you can see this is the last one that it's going to feed to, because this is the longest tube. So right there, let's see, it's kind of hard to see. Let me drop this camera in there. So right there, that one on the very bottom right there, that's the longest tube, and that tube will be your last indication of when it reaches to your carburetor. So how do you stop, and when do you know? Well, that's not a hard answer. Basically what you got to do is just prime it when it gets to the carburetor, and keep priming it just a little bit past. So let's say you watched it, how it climbs in the tube, the bubble, and you see it reach the carburetor. Then you keep priming it for let's say 30 more seconds. You keep using that drill. It doesn't matter if it gets more oil in the carburetor, because you pull the choke and it will start right away. That's what I did, and it worked just fine. And yeah, that worked just fine. And like you've seen, it ran pretty good. I'm really happy. All the RPMs running good. It's getting enough fuel. I hit the red line basically, 8,000 RPMs, which I'm pretty proud. So yeah, had a pretty successful engine swap on this thing, which took me about 2 full days to do, with changing the tubes and driving out to get some more fuel line and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. So let's do some more work on this thing. Put on these turf stuff and stuff like that. Clean it all up. Get new stickers on it. Get all registrations new on there. And fix up this trailer a little bit. Got to fix up them boards. And yeah, pretty much that's pretty much a wrap for this video. And stay tuned for the next video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Peace.